Look at this photograph. Los Angeles, 1967. Joe Louis in fighting stance. That's not confidence. That's certainty. The body language of a man who's never lost. 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. Marine Corps muscle wrapped around bones that learned violence in Okinawa. His knuckles are still swollen from yesterday's tournament. 1. Destroyed 3 opponents before lunch. His left side kick? Legendary. People asked why he only used it. His answer, why not? They can't block it. Private backyard. Culver City, November. Late afternoon sun turning everything gold. The air smells like cut grass and chlorine. Somewhere a dog barks. Normal sounds. But Joe's heart is hammering. 22 months of training. U.S. Nationals Grand Champion, 1966. The fastest rise in karate history. Beat Chuck Norris in point fighting. Nobody touches Joe Louis in tournaments. But something gnaws at him. 3 a.m. feeling. The feeling that power isn't enough. Someone said, there's a Chinese guy. Changes everyone who trains with him. $275 an hour. Small fortune, but Joe's here. Waiting. Bruce Lee walks out. 5'7". 135 pounds. Long hair. No scars. Looks like an actor. He is. Green Hornet. Plays sidekick Kato. Joe thinks, why am I here? This guy looks like a dancer. Bruce doesn't bounce. Doesn't shadowbox. Just stands. Watching Joe with eyes that see too much. Too calm. Like he already knows how this ends. Hit me, Bruce says. Joe hesitates. You sure? Bruce nods. No smile. No challenge in his voice. Just instruction. Joe throws his famous left side kick. Full power. 20 tournament fights ended with this kick. Bruce isn't there. Moved before Joe saw it. Not a block. Just absence. Joe tries again. Bruce shifts. Gone. Again. Again. Joe's breathing gets heavier. Not from exhaustion. From something worse. Confusion. Bruce stops moving. Stands in front of Joe again. Same spot. Same distance. 1 foot away. Now, Bruce says, try to block me. He raises his right fist, 1 inch from Joe's face. Suspended. No tension. Just relaxed power. Joe stares. I've blocked Chuck Norris. I'm undefeated. Bruce's eyes don't blink. Joe's chest rises. Inhale. Bruce moves. Joe tries to raise his guard. Tries to intercept. Tries to do what he's done 10,000 times. Too late. Bruce's fist taps his cheek. Light. Controlled. But impossibly fast. Joe blinks. Didn't see it. Bruce does it again. Tap. Different angle. Right side. Joe's guard moves left. Misses. Again. Tap. Joe's hands chase air. Again. Tap. His brain screams instructions. His body can't follow. Again. 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 Tap. 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 Bruce Lee stands 1 foot away. Tapping Joe Louis's face at will, like knocking on a door nobody answers. Joe's hands move. His eyes track. His championship training activates. But Bruce's fist arrives first. Every single time. Look at Joe's face in this moment. Captured in memory. That's not anger. That's confusion. The breathing of a man whose understanding of fighting just collapsed. Bruce lowers his hand. Steps back. No expression. Strength is not speed, Bruce says. Power is not timing. You know what to do, but you don't know when to do it. Joe stands there. Guard still raised. Sweat on his temples. Mind trying to process what just happened. He came here as a champion. He's leaving as a student. Joe Louis has fought everyone. Chuck Norris. Mike Stone. The best in America. But this, different. Bruce's punches don't come from wind-up. Don't come from shoulder rotation. They just appear. Like reality glitching. Joe's mind races. 190 pounds. Marine Corps wrestling. Undefeated. He's 135. Television actor. Why can't I see this coming? Pride fighting confusion. Confusion winning. Bruce steps back. You know what to do. But you don't know when to do it. Tournaments? They telegraph. Big movements. You see the wind-up. Bruce demonstrates slow motion. Pulls fist back. See? Your brain has time. Then resets. Stands neutral. Now watch. Stillness. Then explosion. Fist at Joe's face. 0 to full speed. Instant. Back to stillness. Jeet Kune Do. No wasted motion. No preparation. Just result. Look at Bruce in this photograph. From that training period. Study his stance. Weight on back foot. Front hand relaxed. No tension anywhere. That's the secret. No preparation means no telegraph. Joe stares. His understanding of fighting bending. Teach me. It will hurt. Bruce warns. Joe nods. This is why I came, to become better. Guard up. Joe raises championship guard. Tight. Professional. Bruce fires. Pop. Gets through. Joe resets. Tighter. Pop. Again. Pop. Again. Pop. Red welts appearing. Not damage. Embarrassment. Bruce stops. You react to where I was, not where I am. I watch your breathing. See when you blink. Strike in the gap. Between readiness and reaction. You can't defend against nothing. That's what I show you. Nothing until it's too late. Years later, Joe will say these exact words. He popped me a few times. I know what real Jeet Kune Do is, because I got popped with it. I always knew how hard Bruce Lee could hit. How fast he was, because he nailed me. But right now, in 1967, Joe just understands one thing. He knows nothing. They train. Not sparring. Drills. Straight lead. Focus mitts. Footwork. Bruce holds 120-pound barbell straight out. Arms locked. No shake. 30 seconds. Joe tries. Can't hold. Drops it. Big muscles, Bruce says. Power muscles. I train stabilizer muscles. Small ones. They control precision. Joe's mind breaking rebuilding. 10 years of training. I know nothing. That's not defeat. That's the beginning. Bruce sees the ego dying. Student being born. 3 weeks pass. Joe goes to tournament. Uses Bruce's techniques. Opponents can't touch him. 3 fights. 3 knockouts. Joe moving different. Thinking different. Striking from nothing. He comes back to Culver City. It works. Everything works. Bruce nods. Expected this. Now forget everything I taught you. Joe stares. What? Don't copy me. Become you. I show you the way. You make your own path. Take what works. Discard what doesn't. Add what is uniquely yours. Bruce's hand on Joe's shoulder. You're not my clone. You're my test tube. Theory becomes practice. Practice becomes proof. Joe understands. This isn't about learning Bruce Lee's style. It's about learning how to learn, how to evolve, how to become water. Look at Joe Louis before Bruce. Tournament footage. 1966. Big windup. Telegraphed kicks. Powerful, but predictable. Every opponent sees it coming. Now look at him after. 1968. Different fighter. Same body. Different mind. The numbers tell the story. 16 months of private training. 1967 to 1968. $275 per hour. Joe works extra jobs. Construction. Security. Result. 11 straight national and world championships. Unprecedented. Unstoppable. What changed? Joe's power stayed. Speed multiplied. Before 0.4 seconds. After 0.2. Twice as fast. Before opponents saw it coming. After nothing. Before tournament fighter. After weapon. But the real change? Invisible. Bruce watches Joe's fight films. Behind Joe's back. Studies frame by frame. Joe finds out. Not angry. Impressed. I steal from everyone, Bruce says. Muhammad Ali. Boxers. Why not you? This is the secret. Bruce studies his students, like opponents. Finds gaps. Fills them. The mental transformation runs deeper. Bruce introduces implicit consciousness. Zen awareness. Don't think about striking. Don't plan the punch. Just know when. Joe later describes it. You didn't know when he was going to squeeze that trigger. And he always knew when you weren't ready. This becomes Joe's secret weapon. Reading opponents' minds through their bodies. Breathing patterns. Micro movements. Blinks. The philosophy deepens. Bruce. Classical karate. Museum pieces. Only what works exists. Take boxing footwork. Fencing, timing. Wrestling ground control. Joe creates Joe Louis style. not JKD copy. His own evolution. January 17th, 1970. Dallas, Texas. Joe fights Greg Baines. First ever full-contact kickboxing match in North America. Before point fighting. Light contact. Now boxing gloves. Full power. Knockout. Second round. Joe's sidekick. Baines drops. Out. Announcer calls it kickboxing. Term didn't exist before. Joe Louis just invented modern kickboxing. Born from Bruce's philosophy. Bruce tells screenwriter Sterling Silliphant, Joe Louis is the greatest tournament fighter in history. Coming from Bruce, who praises nobody. Ultimate validation. The relationship? Complicated. $275 an hour. But not just business. Mutual respect. Bruce teaches. Joe tests. Results prove or disprove. But it ends. Late 1968. Training stops. Why? Nobody knows. Some say scheduling. Bruce focusing on movies. Some say ego clash. Two alphas. Some say Joe graduated. Truth? Lost to time. Look at this photograph from their last session. Joe's eyes. Respect, gratitude, sadness. He knows this is ending. Years pass. Joe becomes legend. Bruce becomes myth. But Joe carries Bruce's lessons into every fight, every championship. 11 straight titles during those 16 months. Not coincidence. Proof. Bruce didn't just train Joe. He transformed him from champion to unstoppable force. And everything Joe learned, he'll carry it for 44 more years, until the day he dies. August 31st, 2012. The student becomes master. The master becomes legend. But in Joe's mind, one truth never changes. That backyard in Culver City, 1967. Bruce saying try to block, and Joe couldn't. That moment lives forever. Decades later. 2000s. Joe Louis teaching seminar. Age 60. Student raises hand. Did you really train with Bruce Lee? Room goes silent. Everyone wants to know. For years, Joe downplayed it. Ego. Pride. But now? He tells the truth. Interview. Camera rolling. His voice cracks slightly. He was the fastest guy who ever stood in front of me. Blinding speed. Especially with his hands. I know that because he stood in front of me, and he popped me a few times. So I always told people, I know how fast he was, because he nailed me. Joe Louis, greatest karate fighter in history, admits I couldn't block him. Not because Joe was slow. Joe beat everyone. But Bruce? Different dimension. You couldn't see when he was going to move. Implicit level of consciousness. He just knew. Look at this photograph of Bruce and Joe. 1968. Training together. See Joe's face? That's not fear. That's awe. The look of a champion meeting someone beyond championship. Why deny it for decades? Alpha fighter. Couldn't admit someone was better. Bruce died 1973. Can't defend himself. Easy to downplay dead legends. But age brings wisdom. Denying Bruce means denying truth. 2005. Joe writes book. How to Master Bruce Lee's JKD System. Nothing but respect. People always ask how fast was Bruce really? Joe's answer. Fast enough that I replicated his trick years later. Ask volunteer to block my punches. They can't. Learned that from Bruce. But Bruce was the originator. I'm the copy. He was the blueprint. Would Bruce have been great pro fighter? Joe. Absolutely. Speed, power, footwork. Fanatic about training. But we never saw him take a real punch. Body weight, only 135. Could he take heavyweight power? We'll never know. Bruce chose movies. Died at 32. Mystery forever. Bruce called Joe his test tube. Everything Bruce taught, Joe tested. Worked. That's Bruce's real legacy. Not movies. Proof. August 31st, 2012. Joe Louis dies, age 68. By then he told the truth. Written books. Given Bruce full credit. His final words about Bruce. Interview 2011. He changed everything I knew about fighting. Not just techniques. The way of thinking. That's the real gift. They trained 16 months. 11 championships. Then stopped. Why? Different answers over the years. Some secrets die with the people who hold them. Today. Right now. Every MMA fighter uses Bruce's principles without knowing. Straight lead from centerline, minimal telegraph, read opponent's breathing. Distance control, ground and pound, cross-training multiple styles. All Bruce, tested by Joe. Proven in blood, refined over 50 years. Somewhere in Los Angeles. Private backyard, 1967. Two men facing each other. One says, try to block. The other, undefeated champion, can't. In that moment, martial arts changed forever. Bruce died young. Joe lived long. But that moment, immortal. Look at this photograph one more time. See Joe's eyes? See Bruce's stance. That's not training. That's transmission. Master to student. Legend to legend. The speed that couldn't be blocked. The punch you never saw coming. The ghost who still teaches. From beyond death. Pop.